Okay, so you're saying
You have a party.
if I have a party and I say you could bring a +1.
Yes.
Are you supposed to bring her?
No.
No.
You didn't say bring a +1. You just said, yo.
Oh.
You said, Endo, you're invited to this party. Right? Endo
Is
has
it
a
an
significant
obligation
other.
for me to bring my
also
significant
bring-
other
yes.
with me?
We back, baby. Dendo 4.
Oh, okay.
A lot has happened since.
Yes, sir.
We're back. We're here. We're ready to go. Finish off this season. Season 5, episode 6.
That was episode 5.
6.
6.
Bro. 6.
6.
5 is the half, and then 6.
You're right. You got that.
Yeah, bro. 6. Episode 6 of Dendo 4 the podcast. Your lovely host, Hefe Zell in the building. To the right of me, usual suspect.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Flacco back in the building.
Yes, sir. Shout out to our guy, Gideon. He couldn't make it today. Had a stranger, or his friend, stranded out in Connecticut. But we're here to pod. We promised y'all we'd start this weekend, and here we are. If you're listening to this on Monday and watching this on Wednesday. We have a guest in the building as well.
Guess,
we'll
what's
get
your
to all
name?
that. Wait.
Guess, you're not
You
introducing
have to
yourself
give me an
yet.
intro and then
We're
I will-
gonna get to all that. What I'd like to say first and foremost, shout out to everybody who supported us through our break. Really showed us love. YouTube viewership, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Weirdos on Google, listenership. And just everybody really who showed us love one way or another. We hope we've reciprocated that love and just posting different things that you guys are working on. We do have a special segment today. I do have some new shout outs to give for black businesses. This is a black podcast. But yeah, there's a lot we want to get to. In the building, like I said, the usual suspect to the right, Endo. But we have another person coming back for part 2. They're already in the camera frame, so you know who it is if you've been paying attention. But for those listening on audio, lovely sister, really good friend of the podcast. And I mean that, like, friends outside of just the podcast. I know people say that, and then we don't really talk outside the podcast. But we do talk to this girl outside of the podcast. She's a very nice person, very welcoming, tested, is negative for COVID. We all tested. We are all negative for COVID. To the right. Introduce yourself.
Oh, I used to think I would have figured it out how to do an introduction last time, but I still didn't figure it out.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to ask me questions so I can do my intro. Anyways, it's Kay.
Oh, boom, really? Okay, boom.
But
yeah.
what else? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you had a disclaimer for the audience.
Oh, I did have a disclaimer.
Yes.
Also, I wasn't aware that we were filming today, so my hair's not done.
Those on audio.
But shout out to the natural ladies out there that can manage their
Yeah,
hair.
listen.
I can't.
I'm all team no wig. Like, it's cool.
Oh,
Just be
don't
yourself.
even.
No, I'm cool with you wearing a wig. I'm just
man.
saying team no wig. Like,
Whatever.
I'm
Some
still
people-
cool with that too.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. We accept black
Yeah.
women, all shades, colors, races, hairstyles, and naps. I don't care.
Don't
you know what I'm
care.
saying? Go on, keep it napping, keep it conky. But
Fair. So I just feel like I had to say that. Now we
Yeah.
can move past it. I'm aware my hair's not done.
everything but Bantu knots. We cool.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't be looking like crazy eyes. Don't be looking like crazy eyes in Orange is the New Black. We don't need that.
Everything but Bantu knots. We cool with it. We cool with it. But yeah, man. So
You said Bantu nice.
it's been some time. I think it's like a month and 2 weeks since we last recorded our last episode.
Something like that.
People have really taken off. Invisible Man in the back on the cameras. You know
Invisible
what I'm saying?
Man,
Y'all
yeah.
can't see him, but on the audio, y'all probably be able to hear him. Invisible Man in the back, looking like a convict. He got a Dewey on with a hat. I don't know what's going on, but he's in the background. Invisible Man, how's your time off been?
It's been really good.
Soccer star, side note, really scoring goals this season.
That's so Haitian of you.
It's really Haitian of him. But he's
not
not. He's
even
Nigerian.
Oh, he's not?
He's
What are
Nigerian.
you?
He's Nigerian.
Yeah, it's
Really?
That's Yaya's cousin.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that was your family.
No.
I was speaking Creole to the whole time.
And he just giggled.
He was,
He just looked at you.
He
and
was
laughed.
playing along with it.
But Invisible, man, been scoring goals. Wow. Good to see you in good health. Good to see you growing and prospering. And welcome back. Endo.
Yes, sir.
How's the break been for you?
It's been well. It's been well. You know, we still here, still negative for COVID.
I don't know how this nigga's negative.
We'll talk about that later.
Any nightclub trips?
Nightclub trips.
Have you broken quarantine?
There's been a couple. There's been a couple. I'm not gonna lie, but still out here healthy. You know.
How's the scene been like when you go in there? Right. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Now that we here, how's the scene been? So like, one of my main things, because I too have been to a club one time.
Oh, you had to throw out that one time.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's known. I went. And I just knew Rona was in the air.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like Rona, if Rona was a person, I think
it was there.
Rona could definitely. It was in arm distance.
Definitely walked up at some point.
And I wasn't wearing a mask because what the fuck? I'm sweating in the middle of. I'm not wearing a mask. But one thing that's very interesting is how laid back like people are.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised, man.
Like in the club, it's encouraged to take off your mask.
Oh yeah.
I saw a pregnant bartender.
The first
working,
time,
no mask at the club.
That's
and
insane.
I was like, that's outrageous.
That's insane.
This was in Rhode Island, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, girl.
It's different, man. People just really don't care no more.
Do you ever get there and be like, damn, I shouldn't have come?
No.
Good.
No. I'm sick.
So
I'm sick.
Not literally, because we wouldn't be here.
Like I said, we all tested negative.
Yes. But so you're fine with things the way they are?
Man, I'm comfortable with it, especially at this point, bro. We're almost a year into it. So if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. But if I do get it,
dangerous attitude,
which I don't have it.
Real
if I do get it, I will take
okay.
the necessary steps to distance myself, quarantine, this, that, and the third. Because obviously it's not really about my health first. It's more about everyone else's around you.
Which is why we wear masks.
Yeah. Wear your mask, people. So yeah, I mean, like at that point, it's like, I know how to handle it if that were to happen. So, I'm more about just being cautious. So yeah.
You wearing a mask in there?
I walked in with a mask.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I walked in with a mask.
Real short story. So I went to this nightclub or bar, lounge, whatever. It's called Opus, which if you're in the Boston area, you definitely know what it is because it's like the only thing that's open.
Isn't that New Hampshire?
It's like, it's New Hampshire.
That's New Hampshire, no?
Yeah, it is New Hampshire.
It's like greater Boston.
It's greater.
Okay.
No, it's New Hampshire.
Right.
But it's just that people from Boston
will come down. Yeah.
Like people are driving an hour and a half just to have some type of club experience. Yeah, that's happening.
No, it's happening.
Like I saw a lot of heads from Lowell, a lot of people from Boston. I'm like, what are y'all doing out here? They're like,
same thing you doing.
This is it. They're like, this is
the move, bro.
This is the move.
Damn, so we've gotten to that point.
Yeah. So one thing that was interesting is they will tell you not to wear a mask the whole time. And I'm not dry snitching. I'm just letting you know how it is. When you're leaving, they're like, yo, throw on the mask. And I'm like, because the cops are outside.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts what's going on right now.
Savage.
Everybody who is out there, please take the proper precautions.
When I was out there, I definitely seen cops not wearing masks though.
Fact.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
I asked them, I was like, yo, like, because obviously we live in Mass, so things are a little bit different than up in New Hampshire. And the cop literally told me word for word. He was like, yeah, honestly, like as long as we're outside, so I think we're fine. But when you're inside, definitely wear a mask. I was like, oh, okay. But mind you, it was like a group of cops, like outside gathering.
But New Hampshire's
chit-chatting
different.
with each other.
New Hampshire's different. They're
so
literally
different,
like
bro.
live free or die.
New
They do
Hampshire's
not
so
care.
different.
We went to the gun range and I asked the lady, I said, why
mask.
y'all not wearing masks? And she said, oh, like in New Hampshire, it's up to the business.
Yep.
And we just decided not
insane.
to.
Yep.
And I'm like, the business next to you literally says mask or don't enter.
Yeah.
But this one, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the way the mask thing has worked, one, shout out to all the people who are like honoring that.
Yeah.
Earlier we had our new team member, Dominic, come in
The
here.
whole time.
And he wore a mask, and it's fucking blazing in this room. And he wore a mask the entire time. So there are people that are respecting it. Not dickheads like Donald Trump, apparently, but like there are a lot of people that are honoring that. And it's one thing that I've noticed is it's great to see that I would say a majority of the world has adopted that.
Yeah.
Wearing
Yeah.
a mask.
But I also think the only
Yeah.
reason why I'm really respecting it is because I live with my parents. If I didn't live with them,
Right.
I promise you I'd be in Tulum shaking ass. I promise you I would be there wilding, going back and forth. But because I like have people
Parents
at
and
home
people
or
at
like my
high
sister,
risk
like
and
all
everything
people
like
at
that,
home.
yeah.
Not even that they're high risk. It's just like my dad's already working and like
You don't want to
he's
get him
out
sick
there
for
being
no reason.
exposed,
Yeah,
and at
yeah.
least he's getting paid for it. But like, if I have to go out and
Pugame
like party,
Yeah,
and
Pugame
like
si-
I don't need to
Drive la ria.
exactly. I don't need to be that person.
Yo,
But yeah,
Tell me,
that's it.
do y'all parents ever get tight at you? Like you, I really
They-
don't know how your
every day.
Yo, because I know. Listen, I know this is my guy, and I know. I know his mom, and I know how his mom is. And Kay, you know his mom as well. Bro, how do you go out the way
That's
you go
what I'd
out
be
and your
wondering.
mom? I
Bro.
know your mom for who she is. She's like, Endo, you and I go nowhere.
Bro.
But I also think she's like cool. Like I feel like she would flame, but like at the end of the day, she's
Oh,
still
she
like,
definitely flames, but at
It's
the end of
like,
the day, it's
what
like
can you do?
You really can't do
I
that.
mean, when you
Like,
have a-
I hear
older
it.
son,
yeah.
I'm gonna hear it from her, obviously, but like she be going out too. Like she be stepping out. She be having friends come over, and they not wearing masks in the crib.
Right.
So it's like I feel like there's levels to it. Like I'm past her a little bit, but she's tired of the whole mask thing too. Even
Yeah.
though she works at a dental
Dental
office, she has
office,
to
yeah,
wear
so
a
she has
mask
to
all
wear it.
day
Yeah,
long.
correct.
You know what I mean? Like, and my dad's the same way too. Like if my dad will literally choose not to wear a mask when he wants to. Like
Yeah.
he works at the hospital, so he has to wear a mask all day long. He tells me all the time like he's sick of it. They're fine. My
But
dad, he
shout out
drives
to the
Uber.
people wearing that all
Yeah.
day.
Right.
I don't know how they do it.
Right. He drives Uber, bro. He's seeing people all the
All the
time.
time.
Like he's over it.
So like one of the things in wearing a mask that I've seen and that I think is dope is like, and I guess this speaks to the entrepreneur and like a lot of black folk, is that people who were selling merch before, now everyone is doing like mask merch,
masks. Yeah.
right? So like that's the thing, and it looks like the prediction is that we won't have a vaccine available to the general population
For a minute, yeah.
probably into like realistically 2022, but you can't really say that because it's gonna be like, what the fuck? So
Yeah.
why should we respect this if there's no real ending to it? But realistically, we're looking at 2022 in terms of getting a vaccine. So masks are going to be a thing for a while,
Yeah.
I believe. And I think it's nice to just see. I just want to make note of that. It's nice to just see people like getting into the bag and being like, "Nah, we selling masks
So
too."
mess, right?
Because I'm not gonna lie, man. I wear the medical mask, and now I've switched to like the black
worst.
medical mask, and I just hate them. I hate it. I like the
cloth soft
I like the
ones.
cloth. Yeah.
I don't know if
the
they're
way-
effective, but
the way
I
this
still wear
shit
them.
look, the way
Yeah.
shit look, just look tough. So
It's
I'm
more
like,
Niggas said
comfortable,
look
bro.
tough.
Like,
yeah.
The
I mean,
mask
people-
one at the gym, like
Yo,
the medical
listen,
one, that's the
if
worst
you
thing
wear
I
the
could
mask,
wear.
the gym mask, bro, instantly I just think you have COVID because that shit is not effective. Literally, scientifically
What gym
proven.
mask?
Huh?
What do you mean gym mask?
So you know those
the little paws
the
on the
pain
side?
joints.
Yeah.
Those
Oh.
aren't.
That just blows
yeah.
the COVID to everybody
Yeah.
else. The one that you already have, you're just blowing it to everybody.
dead.
Yo, every time I see somebody like my barber, I'll pull it up. I went to go. This is when he was making home runs, and he pulled up with that mask on. I was looking at him like,
Bruh.
bro, honestly, at this point, you should just take it off. But shout out to the folk, for those who've lost people to COVID or know people who have, because I know definitely in my family, we've been affected with COVID. We haven't lost anyone, thank God, but a couple of my family members did have it. And they were saying, like, it's the fucking beast. Like, it is not something
To play with.
yeah, like it's the worst. And one of my guys, for anyone who knows like how foreigners work, they don't look at like illness the same as like I guess Americans. Like where Americans take this seriously, my Haitian cousin-in-law was like, always had the attitude of like, man, I don't give a fuck about no COVID. I don't give a fuck about no COVID. And then he finally got it, and it was like, oh shit. Like, and he was like, he came through. He was like, bro, COVID ain't nothing to play with, dog.
I know.
Like he's well now. He's tested negative, but it was nothing to play with. So prayers for the people who are affected by it. And yeah, shout out to the people who take precautions, washing your hands, wearing your mask. And yeah, man, let's make do with what we got. That's all we can ask for.
Facts.
Moving on. Handle.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of flack for this. We're gonna bring it up. Kay, I know this is probably not something that you necessarily even care about, but I gotta bring it up.
Oh, she don't care about it at all.
At home, I already know when people listen to this, our buddies, like people on the timeline, are gonna give you a hard time about it. The Lakers, since we originally started, my prediction was I thought the Clippers would win.
Same.
We've been on that break.
Well, not really.
Hendel's prediction was that the Rockets would win.
Yes.
He was way off. But so was I guess, in a way. Turns out it was the Los Angeles Lakers who were the 2020 NBA champions. I just want to know quickly what you thought about that. And secondly, do you think they'll repeat? Mickey brief.
All right. Well,
you caught a lot of flack on the timeline.
of course. All right. Let me just start by saying congratulations to the Lakers.
Okay.
You know, they did their thing. They showed out. They proved everybody wrong. All the haters out there,
Okay.
including myself. Yes. Congrats to them.
Okay.
And
Invincible Man is a Lakers fan, by the way.
oh, that's okay.
Loves LeBron. Thinks LeBron's the GOAT.
Shout out to
No
the
question.
Houston Rockets. Unfortunately, another year, we didn't get the job done.
Didn't get the job. I got
But,
popped.
but we'll be back. We'll be back next year, though.
Small ball.
We'll be back next year.
Y'all lost everybody, by the way.
That's not the point, bro. We're talking about the Lakers right
Lakers,
now.
Lakers. Right.
I thought you guys follow players and not teams. So you
That's
like
him.
you like what's his name?
James Harden.
Yes.
Shout out to James Harden.
So if you go somewhere else, you just would root for them.
Correct.
Oh.
So you can't even be mad at LeBron fans.
Yeah.
Correct. I'm not mad at LeBron, bro. All right, let me
LeBron
set the record
fans.
straight, man. Everybody thinks I'm a LeBron hater. I am not a LeBron hater.
Mm-hmm.
I just think LeBron fans are annoying as hell.
Yeah, they're the worst fans. I would say that. I
They're
would
just
agree.
annoying as hell, bro.
LeBron
Like,
fans are. I think LeBron fans are the most toxic fan base since the Patriots. fan base.
literally. I'm not a
Yeah.
LeBron hater. I respect LeBron. He's obviously one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. Like
Easily.
he's definitely the best in the game right now, without a doubt. So I'm not a hater. I respect him. He's a great player. That's that.
You wouldn't give that to KD?
As the best player in the game right now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he hasn't played this year. So I
Oh,
can't-
you're talking about. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the healthy players.
Right, I'm talking about
Okay,
like,
okay, got it.
if you played in this past season, LeBron was the best player.
I wouldn't ask you about Curry because I already know your feelings about Curry. It's okay. It's okay.
Bro,
Keep
again,
going.
I don't listen. The shit that I be saying about, like, if I be talking shit about players, bro, I know they're great. I'm just a hater, bro. At the end of the day,
There we go.
I'm a hater, but people know that. Niggas know I be trolling. Niggas know I be trolling. Even when I talk about the Rockets, like, oh, we're gonna win this year,
You
like,
know,
I be
you know,
trolling. But
realistically,
bro, niggas really be hitting me up like,
yeah.
yo, nigga, what's wrong with
Out
you?
of
Like,
anger.
out of
Yeah.
anger. I'm like, bro, like, it's first of all.
And I know you
basketball.
trolling.
And I be trolling OD,
Yeah.
but like, some people just don't get it. They think I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am. But nah, the Lakers did their thing, honestly. It sucks because obviously, like, you know, it was in the bubble, which I actually didn't mind.
They should stick to that format.
Right, I actually didn't mind the bubble at all. I thought it was gonna be weird at first, just because obviously, like, no fans.
It,
like,
it looks small.
It looks small. Like the arena don't even look
quick.
right.
When they started releasing like news, remember when players are taking like pictures of their meals and everything?
Yeah, it looked crazy,
And I
right?
was
I'm like,
bro,
this-
these are NBA.
These are millionaires, bro. Like, there's
And
no
they're
way they're
eating
eating
maggots.
They're eating
There's maggots in their
frozen
food.
dinners and
Yeah.
no.
Niggas was eating prison food. Let's just be honest. Call it what it is.
It got better though.
It got way better.
I watched JaVale McGee's his YouTube
Little-
channel.
yeah, his little
like he
episodes that
be
he was doing.
vlogging.
Shout out to JaVale, bro.
He be
Last
vlogging.
one,
Yo,
JaVale.
mad fun. The bubble looks kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
like just being in there with 18, 20 teams.
It was literally like being a kid again.
It's like
for
a
some
camp,
players.
AAU, like
Yeah.
a giant AAU camp. So it actually looked pretty fun.
I would have enjoyed
The
it.
Clippers, man.
Oh, boy.
What the fuck happened?
The Clippers. Listen, I gotta say, just focusing on the Clippers. So since then, for those who don't know or those who care, Doc Rivers has gotten fired. They blew a
You're
3-1
fired.
lead to the Denver Nuggets. They were up, I believe it was 21 in the third quarter.
The three closeout games, they
five.
were up 15 or more points.
Yeah, 21.
at one point.
They were up 21
Yeah, but I'm
in
saying
game five.
the three collective closeout games, they were up 15 or more
And
points at one
game
point.
seven,
In the second half.
game seven, where, I was told all year that this guy was the best player in the league, which I never
Cap.
believed. Kawhi Leonard had 2 points in the second half, and Paul George turned into George Paul. Shout out to Skip Bayless.
Skip's a hater.
And they lost. They lost their way. and
It's unfortunate,
a bunch of
man.
teenagers jumped them and beat them up, and they won.
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to lose. Okay, like blowing a 3-1 lead. Okay, I get it, but when you're literally the team that everyone is talking about, like, is going to win the championship, and you blow a 3-1 lead like that to a not, and no disrespect to the Denver Nuggets, like they balled out, they did what they were supposed to do, but bro, you have Kawhi Leonard, reigning Finals MVP. You have Paul George, who's been talking shit all year.
Bro, all year.
All year.
The problem is that we can score on them and they can score on
Right,
us.
bro. You got guys like Pat Bev talking about whatever he was saying. They're the best team. Da da da. Nobody's stopping them. Mm-hmm. You have Doc Rivers, the championship caliber coach, and you blow a 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, that's
To an overweight Jokic, bro.
chill. Be respectful of Jokic.
No, he's nice. I know he's nice, bro.
Listen, they called him a bitch ass white boy.
I said he's the best center in the
You
league
did say
right
that.
now, bro.
You did say that. I think it's Embiid still. I think him and Embiid are.
Him and
1A
Embiid are there,
Embiid.
but I think he's edging Embiid a little bit right now. And if Embiid can prove to me that he could take his team a little farther than the first round,
Fair to say though, Embiid doesn't have a guard like Jamal Murray.
he doesn't. People will say Ben Simmons is at that level, though.
No, I mean like a scoring
guard.
Who
I
can
understand
shoot
that.
and shit like.
I understand that.
Because it's different. If Jamal Murray wasn't able to shoot, then we would. I think Jokic would be presented. And look at Kay looking at us. We dive deep into basketball.
Sorry, we didn't mean to get this deep into the basketball
But like,
conversation.
I feel like my final point is, I feel like if Jamal Murray couldn't shoot, then I feel like Jokic would struggle a lot more. And I feel like if you put Jamal Murray with an Embiid, I think Embiid would flourish a lot more because there wouldn't be such a clogged paint. For
That's
him to
true,
operate.
but the Sixers have shooters though.
Who?
Tobias Harris. Is he not a shooter?
Moving on.
Does he not shoot threes?
Tobias Harris is chips.
Does he not shoot threes?
No, not consistently. Not at a clip of like a shooter. Jamal Murray's a way better shooter than Tobias.
Is JJ
Harris.
Redick still on the clip?
No, he's
not.
on the Pelicans.
Pelicans now. Sorry, yeah,
Josh
you're right.
Richardson, inconsistent. Not a shooter. Nope. They have no shooters, bro.
I guess they don't.
Al Horford.
Well,
Bro, they were looking.
He
they were
be
looking
shooting
at-
threes like he's a shooter.
They were looking at Al Horford to space the
They
floor.
gave him mad bread, bro.
Yo.
Anyway.
But yeah, the bubble. It was great.
Great bubble.
I'm hearing that the season's coming back sometime
They said what?
pre-Christmas.
Jan?
No,
Oh,
there's a new report.
oh, for
Pre-Christmas.
real?
Yeah, 72 game season pre-Christmas.
Damn.
They're
Yeah.
playing again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
it's
have to
coming
make
back.
up for the time that was
Make up for the
lost.
time. Yeah. So they're
Can
saying.
I just say I'm not interested in the thing, not because I'm a woman, but because I genuinely don't care.
So do you not care for any sports?
there. I'm sure there's women out there that
But
would
I'm
be very
sure.
fascinated.
But I'm sure if we out and she see a ball player,
Oh, I'm.
da da da, she gonna be tight that she don't actually watch ball.
No, I do. I be knowing them. I just don't watch.
You be knowing
Time out,
that.
question.
So if you seen a Celtics player walking in Boston today, you would
I
know.
told you I seen one of the twins in Vegas.
What do you mean one of the twins?
One of the twins that play basketball.
Which twin? There's mad twins.
No, there isn't. There's like a specific one.
You're talking about Markeith
The
and Marcus
Morris
Morris.
twins?
Yes.
Them head case ass niggas, bro.
They are
I
like
seen them and I
bro.
recognized them because I had watched previous games.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm just not.
So here's a question for you then. Are you
Oh,
interested?
whoa.
What's up?
Sorry.
No, yeah, make your point. It's cool.
The Morris twins. One was on the Clippers, one on the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
That's so funny, bro.
Yeah. And they thought they would
That's
meet.
so funny.
They would meet and challenge each other.
Oh, that's so funny.
And the better one is on the Clippers.
Marquise.
Marcus.
Marcus.
is the one that was
You
putting
think
in
Marcus
work.
is the better one?
Of course. Marcus is the one that was putting in work for the
Which
Clippers.
one was on the? Marcus was on the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Marcus is the better one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Markeith used to be the better one.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Marcus jumped him.
That's so
He really
funny.
developed as a player.
That's so funny.
But yeah, it's wild. They're saying pre-Christmas start. Shout out to the Lakers for winning.
Can't
LeBron
wait.
on his fourth title. There are some people out there that think it's a fraudulent title, which makes more.
Skip Bayless.
There's a lot of people. There's more than.
No, I know, but Skip is hilarious,
But
bro.
it makes next season even more interesting because
Yeah.
I think when everyone's healthy, it's great for the league,
Right.
obviously.
To answer your question though about them
Repeating.
repeating, I can see them repeating. I don't think it's gonna be the way it was this year. I think obviously they're gonna have a lot more challenges. Certain players coming back.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think their team was that good.
I don't. What, the Lakers?
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, like I think they're a good team. I think I don't look at them the way. And yeah, I'm a Warriors fan, but honestly speaking, when you looked at the Warriors, I don't care. Just speaking objectively, you never sat there and thought, "Oh yeah, there's a team that can beat these guys." Like when they had KD, no.
Right? No. That was we all knew
Right?
that.
And so I feel like in watching,
fucking Houston Rockets.
I feel like in watching them, when I look at the Lakers, I don't look at them like, "Oh my God, they look
close.
They look unbeatable."
Yeah.
I don't see that. And that's not hate, that's just me speaking objectively.
Yeah, no, they're definitely beatable. I mean, obviously, like I said, LeBron is going to be LeBron at the end of the day. So he
But it's
like
good
that
they
helps
won.
a lot.
They did it for Kobe.
No, that's what I'm saying, and
Well,
that's
yeah,
why
that
I'm
was the
okay.
story-
I
that
was
was the story
okay with
like
them
that.
winning because
So then that's not bad.
I did say at one point, and shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant. I did say when we heard the sad news that he had tragically died, like I did say honestly, I would be happy if the Lakers won this year.
That is true.
I did say
You
that.
didn't say that.
Okay,
That's true.
so just putting that out there.
You know what's crazy? We said that last season, episode 1 of the podcast,
Yeah,
when Kobe passed.
yeah,
And that was all this year.
yeah. That's just fucking
Yo, this
wild.
year-
Longest year.
Wild.
Oh my
Shit.
God.
Wild.
Bro. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to the Lakers. All due respect. LeBron got his 4th chip. You can't say anything about it. I just want to see next season when everybody's back how it's gonna go. You feel me? But while that was going on, it says we had basketball so late into the year, which was very weird. Guys, we're like how many days now?
13, I
13
think.
days away from an election.
Yeah.
Isn't that, just think about that. It doesn't feel that way because there's so much going on in the world. There's a World Series going on. There's fucking
Corona.
SARS and SARS.
Coronavirus,
We gotta
SARS.
say that. And SARS in Nigeria.
That shit is
that's
fucking
going on.
wild, bro.
Fucking COVID's going on
COVID.
still.
There's something
COVID's
happening
that friend that
everywhere.
just doesn't want to
Wanna
leave the
go
crib.
away.
Racial injustice, bro.
Racial
Like,
injustice.
Bro, there's been so much shit happening this year,
And just
bro.
in 1 year, because if you look back at like 2019, when I watched like whether it be just a clip from 2019 and 2018, I'd be sitting there like, who would have fucking thought that this
Who
would
would-
be the world that we're living
I
in?
remember where I was when we found out Trump was president, and I'm trying to figure out where I'll be this year when I figure out who's president. And
I'm gonna tell you,
wanna,
there's gonna be a lot of drinking going on.
Yeah.
No.
Day of the election.
I don't know.
Listen,
where
I'm gonna say
be.
this. I think Biden's gonna win the election.
I do think so too.
But I also think,
We
though,
hope.
November 4th is going to be an absolute nightmare in America.
Mayhem.
I think what they describe as the Proud Boys, which is really
Yeah.
just
Racist white people.
racist
white supremacists.
white
Yeah.
supremacists. I think those guys are really going to come to light and like.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of anger in America.
I-
Last
And that's-
year we were last election we were sad, but this year something happens and this is gonna be
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's gonna.
It's
Yeah.
funny because at work we were having a team meeting and we were talking just like about this, and my manager was saying like, hey, like make sure you guys like prepare yourselves for like what might happen after the election because if it goes a certain way like there could be some chaos like just like in the
Ramification, yeah.
like in the streets like. This year, people have been more bold than ever.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
ever.
There was a apparently in Invisible Man. If you can look into this, apparently there was a attempt on Joe Biden's life.
I saw
there?
that.
Yeah.
And there was
There's like a
another one
report
on the
yesterday.
woman on.
Kamala Harris.
No, the senator.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
don't remember
about.
her
I don't
name,
know-
but I
don't
saw
know
that.
the
It was
I didn't even know
like
that.
they had a whole like
They had a whole plan to kidnap her.
Really?
a
Yes.
Democratic senator.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there was
see?
But Joe
there was a
Biden,
plan-
yeah, I saw that.
there
And
was a
that's what
plan
I'm
for Joe
saying.
Biden.
Like people have been
When you pull that up,
more
Invisible
bold
Man,
than
let us
ever
know.
this year. So it's like you might think like somebody says that like they're joking, but like no, we should honestly like take that serious.
Take precautions.
And really like do what you can to make sure like you and yours are safe.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
there's gonna be certain times where honestly like we honestly should not go out.
There's a black people mobilizing too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's
but
there's a whole
not
video on
but
that.
not as much as
No, not as much, but it's crazy to see like seeing it because they were like it was like a very short clip and they were like, yo, this is going on in America today. And it was like down south, I think it was Kentucky or something like that. And there was like militant white supremacists that were ready, like we're ready at any signal to
Yeah.
like start. And there's a militant the black militia, and they're like, yo,
We packed that
We
thing
packed
too.
that thing. Yeah, that's nice, but
We packed that thing too.
And now I know how to shoot, so I feel like I'll
Facts.
be okay.
Yo,
I'm gonna be okay.
It's crazy. It's like, and that question comes up too. It makes me think. And I'd like to get your opinion. Should black people look into getting a license to carry?
Yeah, I think
Because the other part to that is, I mean, the answer is obvious. At least on paper, it's like you have a gun. It means that
You're safe, whatever.
But my worry, especially as somebody who's looking at having a family, is when you bring a gun into a household, what that means.
We
Yeah,
talked
what
about
that
that.
means,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like science that literally shows they're more likely. Like they're more likely to.
Invisible Man. Let me see that. I
Yeah,
just
there's
wanted to
literally
report on
science that
Joe
says they're
Biden.
more likely to like play with even if it's like tucked in, hidden,
Right.
locked, like they're more likely. Or like even for you, like if somebody makes you upset and like not even to the point where you might do something, but like the fact that you have the power to do something,
know it's
like
there, like-
and yeah, like
That's
it's just
a different
like
energy.
Yes.
I'm a big energy guy, and
Yeah.
that's why for me, I'm like hesitant. Every time I'm like,
Right.
it makes sense to have a gun and everything like that, but like that energy that gun brings,
you gotta know-
good or bad.
Yeah.
there's a
To
certain
Or
me, I
even
think-
like, why do you think that you'll need it? Like, do
Right.
you think something
That's
will
what I'm saying.
happen?
I
Like,
think
I
it's-
don't like.
there's a
like,
bad
certain there's a
energy.
certain
Yes.
responsibility. We know it. There's a certain responsibility that you have with a gun. So I feel like if you're making that decision, then you have to understand like the things that can come with it as
yeah.
well. Like not even just like the consequences, but like you as a person have to be like, okay, I'm making this decision. I'm bringing this into my home. Why am I doing it? And you
Will
know,
it benefit,
right?
like, all
Who's it
that.
gonna benefit? Like because that's a huge. I honestly didn't think about this until honestly this year when we were having this conversation in the group chat. One person brought it up and was like, "Yo, like, I think we should all get like gun licenses."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Damn, like honestly, like that might not be a bad idea." So I mean, I definitely, and I told my mom this too. I was like, because I told her we went to the gun range a couple weeks ago. She was like, "Why are you at the gun range?"
Yeah, see?
She was like, "Why are you at the gun range?" I was like, jokingly, I was like, "Ma, like the climate of this world, like you don't know what's gonna happen. I gotta be prepared." Obviously, she was like, "What do you mean?" Like I'm like, I
Yeah.
was joking, but it wasn't.
It's good
It wasn't.
to, like-
It wasn't like 100% all jokes though.
Yeah.
Like I was
It's
being
really
dead ass.
like, bro, and I think for me, I'm just somebody who just looks at the optics and tries to read the room. And everything's telling me like, yo, November 3rd is gonna be a hard day because it's like whoever wins. Me, I'm of the mindset. I'm like, dog, whoever wins, like, you can't let it. I mean, it affects your life one way or another, but there's a certain degree where you can't let it affect your
Right.
life because like there's some people out there. If Joe Biden wins, it's gonna get crazy.
mayhem.
Yeah.
And if Donald Trump wins, it's gonna get crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
a
like
lose-lose.
I'm thankful for the fact that we live in Massachusetts, so
Yeah.
it's not like. I mean, it's still craziness everywhere, but I feel like for us, like, there's a lower risk of anything like of that nature, like happening.
I was on the highway going towards Burlington. Literally, I would say for 20 minutes, a Trump rally.
I literally
Yeah.
saw that. I had it on my snap.
Yo.
I know exactly where I
Yo.
saw it too.
I was
That's
sitting there.
crazy.
It was like
yo.
30, 40 cars
Yo.
like going.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm just sitting there like, when is it gonna end?
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking,
but they're
when is
just
it gonna end?
amped. I'm like you ever watch like those videos where it's like, why do you support Trump? And they literally can't say it. They have no idea.
And it's
They
like I
cannot
don't-
formulate their sentences. And they're not the people who should be worried about like, I don't know if this sounds mean, but like they're like the people that like shouldn't be worried about like taxing the rich. Like
Right.
you don't like you're not in that
What you're saying is
situation.
they don't have the economic
They're
background
not at
to
the
be
tax bracket to be upset
worried about- yeah,
extra
yeah.
tax.
Right.
Like
But
they're
it's-
not there, and they
it's-
constantly bring that up.
And the thing is like that calls for a deeper conversation. I actually
Yeah.
got into it to like a pretty heated discussion about that. It's not. I try my best to like because I don't have a candidate that I'm rooting for.
I'm just rooting against.
It allows me to look. I don't have anyone I'm rooting against or rooting for. I'm just looking at things objectively. So it allows me to step back and just observe, right?
Okay.
And one thing is the same way in Invisible Man and I had this conversation, the same way that like people call or liberals, I guess I'll use the term liberals, or people that want Joe Biden to win, progressives, whatever, and they claim like, well, Trump's people and the people that are for Trump are bullies, and they do these things. And because I can look at it objectively, I can see why somebody who supports Trump says, well, you guys are actually bullies. Because it is that way right now. That's what's going on, because the world is so divided. Well, America is so divided, not the world, but America is so divided that it's like, if somebody, it's always, hey, like, you should vote, vote or die, right? But if you say, yo, I'm going to vote for Trump, it's not, no, don't vote. That's the attitude. The attitude is, no, we don't need you to vote. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it goes both ways.
So
Exactly,
Don't
that's what
Biden.
I'm saying. No.
I
That's
get
what I
you
mean. Because it goes both ways. It's
Yeah.
like the act that you're pretty much condemning somebody for is the act that you're doing, whether you're
Right. You're telling the
conscious of
person
it or
to
not.
vote, but when they
But
tell
you're
you who they're going to
deciding,
vote
yeah.
for, it's like, no, actually, we don't
Yeah,
need
you
you to
should go
vote.
vote quiet
Which
yourself.
actually, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Goes
So it's
against
like-
everything you're saying.
So it's like it just. I think there's a lot of hypocrisy in what's going on. Do I think that Trump is the right president for the U.S.? Absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
No. I don't think Trump is like. I'm not in support of Trump. I just feel like we're in a world now where if you don't bash Trump openly, then it sounds like you're in support.
You're supportive of him. Yeah.
If you call out people on their shit, like liberals or progressives on their shit as a black person, it sounds like, oh, you must support Trump. But that's not the case. It's just that I'm calling you out on something because it's clear and evident to my face.
Right.
If you're pandering to the black community, like wearing fucking African clothing and going on a knee since 2016, you've done nothing but shit on Colin Kaepernick for going on his knees. Yeah, I can call that out. I don't have to support
Yeah.
Trump. I can call that out. When you bring in a Kamala Harris, or you say something along the lines of, if you're not voting for me, then you ain't black, or if you're having trouble voting between me and Donald Trump, then you ain't black. Yeah, as a black person, I can openly criticize that without having to be pro Trump. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I think we're in a world now where it's like, it's either you're pro Trump or you're pro Biden.
I just
Yeah,
feel like
see that.
everything is so tense right now. Like
It
you
is.
have to pick your poison. Like there's people who would vote for Trump for the sake of like he's like against abortion. And I'm like, that is such a minuscule thing.
It's true.
It's such a small thing for you to like care about than like, you know, like everything else. I
It's
don't
true.
know. But
It's true.
there's like a list and it was like what Kamala and Biden are for and what Trump is for. And there was a lot of X's on Trump's side.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of greens on this side. But some of the greens that Biden had matched with Trump. So you can never win.
So
You can never win.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm like, there's like one bad thing, and it's like they're both for that bad thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
And that's what I'm
but
saying.
like, there's like a good thing that Biden's for, and then like a bad thing. I mean, I hate Trump. I'm not even gonna.
I have-
get into
I
it.
have- I have
And
a
we've
question.
seen how much of a disaster it has been, and I think people genuinely just want change. Like they want to try something new.
Right.
This one didn't work. Let's try something new.
But I have a-
Even if that something new might not be the best thing, but let's just try it anyway and see if it works.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So for you guys, when it comes to voting, what's the most important thing that is like that first comes to your mind that this is important to me and this is why I'm voting for this way? It would be
I would definitely say for me, black people.
okay.
I don't give a damn.
I would say freedom, period.
It's-
So
it's
freedom,
about-
like women's freedom, black freedom, all that.
I'm all
freedom.
about black.
And then what else? So then what would be the second thing?
Damn.
I think for me, the second thing would definitely be, I would say probably, I'd have to think about that. I don't want to just give you some bullshit answer. I'd have to think about that. But I know
It doesn't have to be the immediate second, but like
Yeah.
what else would come to your mind?
Yeah. In terms of what else will come to mind, definitely I'd like to see what is your prison reform program, like what's your policies on prison reform, like do you believe in reform? Do you think the system's just fine? Like what are some of those policies there? Because a lot of people that were bitten by, and this is one of the arguments I guess against Joe Biden, by the 1994 crime bill, a lot of people that were bitten by that, the 3 strikes you're out, for petty crime.
Yeah.
So like you got people doing 20 years for
For
peddling
some dumb shit.
marijuana.
Yeah.
Right? And so now those people are coming out of prison. How do you reestablish them or reintegrate them into society? So what are you doing to make sure you're taking those steps? Because it's so easy like for people to be like, oh, he's free now, so you know
He's good,
he's
right?
good.
Yeah.
Whereas like they're so not used to society anymore of course he goes back to prison because that's all he knows now. That's all he's known for 20 years. Like,
And there's really no chance for him or her to really change that life around if they don't have any backing to get back into society.
I don't have a job.
Can't get a job.
I can't get a job.
You're homeless, so you can't get a job because you don't have an address. You
I'm
don't have a bank
living
account.
I'm living in a halfway house because
Right.
that's something else that people don't know that you have to do.
Right.
Like when you're out.
Before.
Yeah, right? So I'm doing all these things and I'm not being set up with the resources in order to like reestablish myself and make myself, an accomplished person in the society.
Assuming that you don't have
Assuming you
people
don't have
like to
people.
help
Yeah,
you.
correct, right? So there's these drugs across the corner, and you're telling me I could just peddle them and have a lot of money. What I'm not getting, I can get the proper resources
More than what
for
you're
doing
getting.
it, right? Of course, I'm going to go peddle the drugs. And I used to have a problem. I as a child, I couldn't understand that. Like, why do people sell drugs? Like,
Right.
it's such a bad thing to do. As I got older, I'm like, oh no, there's a reason behind this. It wasn't that you
They're not just doing it
came
to
up
do
and
it.
said, I'm going to start selling
Right.
drugs.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason behind this.
There's also
They're
supply and
conditions that
demand.
they're put in, or they find themselves in due to society and due to just where they were raised. Like, I can't choose to be born in the projects
Right.
and have no funding and resources available to me. That's not my choice, but I was born into it, and I adapt to that and try to make the most that I can. If you're telling me go to school and do these things, right, where I see way more drug dealers that made
And
something for
flourishing.
themselves and flourishing, yeah, that keep your school shit. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that, right? So I didn't want to make it all PBS, but that is like the way I see it. And to answer your question, what I look for in like a president now, I think before, if you asked me like 4 years ago, what you look for in a president, I'd be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But as I'm learning more and more, thanks to a lot of like great friends, like shout out to Quab, we have a lot of political conversations, but like we speak more and more about these things.
Is
And
Quab a Trump supporter?
no, he's not.
Oh.
Very much so not. But like shout out to him. But we speak about these things and have dialogue. Even Anderson, who might be on the opposite side, who might be a Trump supporter. Shout out Anderson.
Pause. The camera's over here.
Is that hot in here?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's not hot.
Shit, you have to turn it
I'm
off for a
feeling
little
greasy.
bit.
the camera.
You're gonna have to turn it off.
So due to technical difficulties,
Oh, we're back.
we're back. Due to some we got some ice here, as you see. Yeah, it's a fucking sauna in here, but we're here for y'all. We were talking about the election.
We
Do
gonna leave
hope
this
you
on the
educate
table.
yourselves on everyone's
Right.
policies. Yeah, get some ice.
I don't
Hope
want
you
it. I don't want
educate
it to
yourself
show.
on everyone's policies, and vote for the candidate you feel is best. Don't just vote against. That is very important. Do not just vote against.
Yes, vote against. Yes, vote against.
Most important thing is make sure you vote.
Vote, yes.
For
vote.
Biden.
Definitely. Vote with
Biden.
knowledge. With knowledge.
For Biden.
But want to get to a quick question, and then we'll get to our segment time. Quick question for everyone here. So I was having a discussion with my significant other, and
Here we go.
and a
Something
heated
I can't relate
a
to.
heated discussion ensued, and what was said was, "Hey,
I'm scared.
if we're going," and this is a question I'll leave to the room. If you have a significant other, right, and you get invited to a place, right?
I know where this is going.
Is the onus on you to bring significant other to said place, or
I know why this came up.
Or hold on, or should you just go alone? Does that make sense to you, Ken?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying
You have a
if
party.
I have a party and I say you could bring a +1,
Yes.
are you supposed to bring her?
No,
or
no,
you
no,
can
no.
solo?
No. You didn't say bring a +1. You just said, yo.
Oh,
You said, Endo, you're invited to this party, right? Endo
Is
has a
it an
significant
obligation
other.
for me to bring
To
my
also bring-
significant other
yes.
with me?
no.
It's not, right? Endo,
However,
Endo,
it depends on what kind of event it is.
Endo,
If we are going to if I invite you out for my birthday and we're going to the club and And if that's her scene and she want to party too, yeah, bring her. But if I'm asking you to come to my house, we're doing a candlelit dinner and I don't really know her like that, no. But if it's a couples thing and everyone's bringing their significant other, like
No one's bringing their significant
no
other.
one's bringing it.
Yeah.
Oh, then
no.
I
No,
have
right?
a feeling where you're going.
No, the thing is, okay, so
But I was thinking more in general, like
In general.
Oh, you're
there's
saying
something
in
going
general.
on.
Yeah.
No,
Yo,
you guys
you're
are
invited
not
to
one
this.
item. You guys are two different entities. You don't
So,
really have to.
I think
Endo, I hit up Endo. I say, yo, Endo, I'm having a party, and it's a guy party, right?
Yeah.
And I say, yo, Endo, guys' night, like, yo, I'm having a party, pull up, right? Is Endo obligated to be like, hey, significant other, come with me to this event,
oh, it's a guy's night.
right?
Yeah.
But at the guys' night, the other guys decide to bring their significant others.
So it's not a guy's night no more.
It's
Yeah.
not a guys' night
They gave me
anymore, right?
false
So then she
information.
should be
They gave
bringing.
me false information, right?
So then you should be bringing her.
But you don't know
But
that.
you didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't
when you
know.
pulled
Yes.
up, you seen it.
You
So
seen
your
it.
significant other.
You were told one thing, and you pull up, and it's something else.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Should that be something that you get berated for?
No.
I don't think you should be flamed
No.
for it, but I do think she can be upset because it's like, what if? All right,
No.
Hendel. Say I'm with Hendel, and I see that he's out with you
She's not
guys,
with
and
me.
we're not together. But I see you out with other people.
Yeah.
And I see on his snap that there's like other girls there.
Okay.
And I'm like, why didn't you bring me? That's mad sus. They brought theirs. Why didn't
That's
you bring me?
different.
Then it's an issue.
That's different.
But what you or whoever should have done to their significant other was to text them and be like, hey, I didn't know people were gonna be here. My bad.
Right.
So you
That's
feel-
it.
There's a certain level of communication, and
That's
I
it.
think that would solve.
I wouldn't want to find out on social media.
Right.
That's
that would
what-
solve the problem. Like, hey,
That's
babe,
fair. That's a fair
I-
point.
Guess like I just pulled up. I didn't know people were bringing their significant others.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. You know, if you know you see something and you say like, oh, like da da da, but I'm letting you know now. This is the situation. I wasn't aware of it.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Okay.
You have to talk about it no more.
But if you didn't do that,
different scenario.
then I will
Yeah,
flame.
yeah. Okay, and
Okay.
I can understand the communication aspect of it. Now, different scenario. You're going to an event, right? I just want to understand. So in that first
I'm
scenario,
anti plus ones. Let me just lay that out there.
Listen,
I
listen.
cannot stand
I
plus
say-
ones.
I say K.
I have a big issue with
I say,
plus
Kay,
ones.
hey, I'm having a party, right? You and I were good friends. You pull up to the party, but then you're like, oh, like I brought my man too, right? Or I say, Kay, should you have Kay, why didn't you bring your man? You would look at me crazy. You would look at me kind of funny because at the end of the day, it's like, no, you invited
Right.
me. No, it's like that's just how I think about things.
Mm-hmm.
So see, the way I was raised, and I think this goes back to maybe just the way I was raised. If you're not invited somewhere, you don't
don't
go.
come.
Right.
You don't go.
Thank you.
You don't go
Right.
because it's like you're not invited there. And if I'm invited somewhere, I'm invited somewhere. Do not bring other people
Yes.
because
That's how I feel.
You were invited. I was invited purely. So I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, hey,
I'm
let
bringing
us
so-and-so.
let us go, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that there's sometimes where, and this happened to guys like in our friend group, where it's like it's all guys, we're all chilling, and after that someone comes up and they bring their girlfriend, and it's like without saying in the room, it's like,
Not that it's
Yeah.
an issue that she's
there,
there,
it's
but it's
that
the fact it's like now the
we can't
kind
be
of
the
vibe
bros.
is like
we can't be the bros no more.
can't be the
yes.
bros no more.
No, I get that. No,
and
I
and
completely
my thing is,
understand that.
I respect the bros, and so I'm like, I don't want to ruin that atmosphere of.
But it's
brodom.
also the same for the ladies. Like there are times where like I'm always probably the only single one every single time. So like I'm used to it. So when my friends bring their mans, I'm like I'm happy because I'm like okay, well I don't have anyone to bring, but I'm gonna still party with you guys. I don't have an issue. But there are times where it's like pretty clear that like the men weren't invited, and like someone will bring theirs or like ask to bring theirs, and we're always like.
See,
Yeah.
and that's
But
my
like, is
thing.
it necessary? Like, if I don't need.
But it's
even
one
know.
thing to ask. You can
It's
ask because then you'll
but
know
there are
exactly.
times where like I've had parties at my house and the guys would bring their their plus ones, and I don't get upset, I don't get mad, but like they don't be like official, like
Right.
they don't like, they just be bringing shorty around, and it's like I'm not like personal about who comes to my house, but like this is like our yearly friends miss. Like we always have it. It's the same
Right.
people every year. So when someone like brings their +1 that like nobody really knew,
Right. And
or,
you
like,
know
whatever,
there's a good chance they're
the
not
vibe
gonna be here
changes.
next time.
Exactly,
like,
they probably won't be there next time, and like we take group pictures, they be in the pictures.
Right,
You gotta
mad
be
weird,
strategic.
bro. Yeah.
Like you gotta put her on the ending so we can crop right. Like it's just like a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
be doing
work.
that?
Like yes. I'm like,
Yo,
no, that nigga's
yo,
going to the end
yo,
because we
one
don't know if
thing-
he's staying.
One thing I will say is, bro, women,
I think about
women
that
think
all the
about
time.
things on such a complex level.
We
bro.
do.
Dude,
Let me
that's
tell you
wild.
something. Be around a
You've
girl.
never put somebody at the end of the picture so you can
Bro,
crop.
be around a girl, right? And go through like a series of Instagram stories or a series of Snapchats. Bro, they'll tell you things about people that you would never fucking believe.
Yeah.
They'll tell you who's engaged, who's not engaged. They'll tell you who's, bro, every
Triggered.
single thing about someone. If you want to
Visible
know, just watch.
Overheated again.
we'll go through. It's fine. It's fine. We'll go through.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it on the audio track. So if you're listening to this, get it on audio. Get it out.
Wait, is it not recording?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
But
Oh.
literally,
Should we put it on a phone so we can at least get the footage?
Nah, that's fine.
No? Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah. But literally, like, if you want to know something about an individual, just pull up, have a girl sit there with you, and just watch the Instagram story or watch their.
I don't know. I'm half and half because everyone knows my Instagram is cap. I literally like my Instagram is not like
But
like
a girl
I
would
look
be able to
like
see
it,
that, though.
but she would be able to tell. But my
Right.
A guy would
Snapchat,
not.
like my Snapchat, you can tell. Like I'm tapped on my Snapchat, but on Instagram, I kind of look a little bit put together.
I can tell. There's some females I be seeing on Instagram. I know their stories be capped. Like,
But
Not the way a
I
girl
have-
knows.
no, of course.
not the way
woman's
we
eyes
know. Like you
different.
guys can probably tell a little bit, but like on Snap, like I'll be wigless and ugly.
Think
and, like,
of one person in
vibing.
particular.
I know exactly who you're thinking of. And that's why I'm mad annoyed.
Not her, by the way. Somebody else.
No, I feel like I don't know. Like you could be like. That's why like I don't believe in close friends. Personally, I don't like the close friends. If
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
post
think
it,
that's.
I'm-
Yeah.
everyone's gonna
I
see
think
it. I
that's
don't really
super
care.
irrelevant.
But like people do it on Snap and on Instagram. Like, how do you even keep up? Like, what if one day your close friend, like, you decide not to be their close friend? Like,
So
you
you're not, a
take 'em
fan,
off.
so you're not a fan of the private story.
No,
Post
I
on
just
there.
post
Yeah.
like everybody. If I have you on something, that means I don't care.
But
Just
my
for
thing,
you to see.
my thing with the close friends and like private stories is
They
that
don't be anything
I
cool.
don't. Me personally, I don't post anything that like
would get me in trouble.
would get me in trouble or like I don't want certain people to see.
Correct.
So it's like I had made a close friends at one point, and I'm like,
No
what-
point to this.
I don't. Yeah, there's no like for
Yeah.
me. There's no point to posting on this. Like, so I'm like I'm just not even gonna use it no more. I just post regular stories.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't care. So, but like there are people who have close friends and
He
close
said
stories.
people so loud.
No, I'm just saying that there are people who have close friends and close stories, and then be posting regular shit on there. Like, bro, who do you not want to see this? Like, this is some regular ass story.
Right,
Why
I'm
do you
like-
have this? Like, why is it a close friend?
It just. and
Like
I
you
know-
should
I
have
know
just
we-
sent me the video, like on Snap or like in my phone. I would have enjoyed it more.
And I know we moved away from the original question.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I forgot.
the reason
Little
why
bit.
see
Oh, the plus ones. I hate plus ones,
The
period.
reason why I asked that is because like that was like a real like discussion. And so yesterday we were at
So I want to hear Yaya's point of view.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
Yeah, well-
because I'm gonna say right now, I do not speak for women. I speak for Kay.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
my views look like I'm a nigga, and I'm
Yeah.
not trying to. That's just genuinely how I think.
Yeah, well,
So I wanna hear what
not
she thought.
So first and foremost, I would never put relationship business out
Oh, yeah.
there. But it was just a question I wanted to ask the general public.
Oh, fair.
How she felt about it, however, was like, at the end of the day, if I'm your significant other and you get invited to something, like, I don't get the, hey, like, do you want to come too? Where it's like, I see what she's saying, but it's like, for me, it's like, my point of view on it is just, I guess it's just in the way I was raised. It's like, you don't just pull up.
Yeah, you don't want to get Kai Moon. Like you don't just.
You know what I'm saying?
So my question is,
Was it a dinner at someone's house?
Did she say that? Did she say that in regards to like no matter what the event is or what the invitation is to, or it was?
No, I'll tell you how it happened.
Because there's clear,
there's levels
there's
to it.
Yeah, there's definitely some things like you are invited and like bro, like either one you're not gonna go, Or like
Okay.
if she's not gonna go, or it's clearly like a guy thing.
I'll give you where this stemmed from. So, and this is I don't think she'll care if I say this, but this was doo doo.
Whatever Yaya said is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is Doodoo's Halloween cabin, right?
Okay.
So it's a weekend getaway.
It's not a weekend getaway. No.
Oh, if it
this
is, I'm going.
This was like pull up.
Oh, okay.
Every year.
It's like Situate.
Every year. I think so. It's somewhere far.
I forget
it's
where
like
it
a cabin area.
Okay.
I don't know. But every year I get invited to this thing, and I never go.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Sorry, dude.
Shout out,
Love
sorry,
you, bro.
Sorry, dude. Love you, but sorry. Oh yeah, camera here. But yeah, so every year I get invited to this thing and I don't go. So I was like, you know what, like, bro, this year is 2020. One thing I've learned is like we don't have all the time in the world. Like we gotta
Borrowed
stick
time.
together. So it's like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta show love and support however I can to people. So I'm like, all right. Doodoo invited me. He was like, yo, Curve, he sent me information, whatever. Boom. So I'm like, all right. And I have a really bad habit of like forgetting to bring shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So like it'll be the day I'm like, oh shit, oh yeah. By the
I
way,
gotta go, yeah.
Yeah. So, and naturally, like, yeah, I can understand why you get upset about like, bro, like, the fuck, you didn't tell me way before. So I'm
Yeah.
like, now I'm like, all right, let me let it be known that this is what's going on.
Right.
So I was like, yo, let me just tell you now, like, Doodoo has this event going on, and I'm gonna be going to it. Like, I won't be here that day or whatever. It's the 31st, Halloween. Because I understand the kind of environment that Doodoo has set with, like, my cousin. It's like the bros, right? She's like, I got it. This is mad awkward. She's like, oh yeah, I know. I got invited too. So now it's like I look
Now you
like
look
the
Now you like
sus.
the idiot.
And you
since
said it
didn't-
last minute.
because I
Right.
didn't say it to you, and in a way it was like, hey, let's go together. And I wasn't aware that Doodoo had extended the invitation.
Damn.
That's
You
on
have
Doodoo,
to-
bro.
Yeah.
That's on Doodoo, bro.
I didn't know
He should have sent you the text like, hey, I told Shorty to.
Right.
because
like,
I didn't know that. Like, we're all friends.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
friends. But it's like I also understand like there are times where Doodoo will be like, yo, I'm going to said place, and it's like what guys are like, it goes without saying, like, why would you bring your significant other?
Right.
Yeah. Same thing with
Like,
girls.
You say things with
Right.
girls, right? So like if my girl tells me, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with like some of her best friends or whatever, I just know like
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
Like it's no disrespect to them because I like them, but it's just like, bro, it's your
I'm good.
time with your
Right.
friends.
Go ahead.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm good. So when I say something like that, I'm thinking
You're
like
expecting the same thing.
same thing. Like, oh, bros, like it's a bros thing, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to the bros thing. And then come to find out, I extended the invitation to everybody. And I'm sitting there like,
Oh.
I didn't know. But I can understand from the optics the way it looks, oh, you don't want me to be there.
Right.
But it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not the case. So that's where the conversation was rooted from.
Yeah.
I still don't think I'm wrong, but I just wanted
No,
to
bro,
ask.
you're
I
not
feel like
wrong.
you
It's
didn't give the whole
situational.
story, nigga.
It's
You
situ-
didn't tell me that Shorty was
definitely-
already invited. Now it looks less.
I didn't know.
It's
Yeah.
definitely situational.
It's situational,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, because because obviously he sent an invite to her, but he didn't tell you.
So, yeah.
If he put it in the group chat, say, yo, we going
We're
up
going.
there. Oh,
Not
Let's go.
even that. Just tell you like when he sends you the invite, be like, and I invited Yaya too. So now you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
boom.
what
If
kind
we're
of
gonna
vibe
go,
this
we're
is.
going
Yes,
together type
yeah.
You
shit.
feel me? So all right, we in this together. You gonna wear this costume. I'm gonna wear this costume. We can
Right.
do the whole planning
Yes.
out thing.
Right.
Like it would be smooth, but like you sent me a direct message where it wasn't. We are in tons of group chats. You sent me a direct message, so I'm thinking you're directly speaking to me.
Right.
Right.
So I'm not like, oh yeah, and I'm just gonna bring. Where there are guys like that. That
I
like,
mean, that does open a different conversation. Aside from all of it, it's like, do you think +1 should be invited everywhere? Period.
no.
Then that's it.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't think that.
And I think that is where a lot of people disagree because I feel like a lot of people think when they're in a relationship,
You become
you
more-
should know my girl's coming,
Yeah.
or you should know my boyfriend's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, nigga, no.
But here's another level to it though, right?
Nigga,
Here's another
no.
level to it, right? If a relationship with two people and one couple y'all live together, another couple y'all don't live together. So if one person, say the couple who don't live together, right? One person gets invited to this, and it's like it's not a relation. It's not like a couples thing.
Yeah.
But it's okay to bring
Bring,
the significant
yeah.
other. It's like, do you still go dolo, or do you tell like, hey, I'm going to this thing like da 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 da,
Yeah.
come with me.
Damn,
Rather,
that's kinda
if it's like you're a couple and you live together.
Yeah.
And the one person gets invited to this place. It's like, are you obligated? Like they have to come with you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like you should be obligated to be like,
Even though you
this
live
person,
together.
Yeah.
like this person, like I got invited to this place, and you're obligated to come with me because I got invited to this place. If I have like, for example, they say, oh, we're having a business dinner, right? Like you know how we do staff outings and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's late at night after work. I would never think.
Me either.
She would want
Let
to
me
go.
bring my
Yeah.
significant
But
other.
some people do that.
Some people
though.
do that. Some people
People
think
do that
way.
though.
Maybe that's the way. It also depends like how your relationship is.
Like Shorty will
I-
legit pull up to the office and then we'll all go like, and then they'll go
That's-
with everybody.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
weird
doing
to
that.
me.
Yeah,
I'm not doing-
that's weird.
That's weird to me.
And I feel like.
But maybe they were like their relationship is like bestie, like oh whatever he goes I go, or maybe.
But then
like,
it brings there's another
it's like,
conversation
it's
that
the way the relationship
that comes in
is.
that
I just
is
don't like mixing.
I don't
You
either,
know, I
but
don't.
I love
Or,
my friends.
you know, when
the
your people,
boyfriends
like,
that my friends have, like I
it's-
genuinely like them.
Right.
So when they come out, I don't have an issue.
It's different if your boss is like, yo, I'm having this thing at my house, barbecue, whatever.
Come.
Okay,
And
yes,
bring-
I'm bringing Shorty with me.
All about
Yeah.
the vibe.
You know
if
what I mean?
the vibe isn't
and I'm
like-
letting you know beforehand.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
is it okay if I bring?
Right.
I'm not one of those people that like. I never think it's okay to just pop up somewhere with just somebody else.
Right.
Like I got a lot of cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Even my cousins, if we're going out somewhere, I'll always be like, yo, I'm with so and so. Can I bring them? Is it cool?
Yeah.
Like, and begrudgingly niggas be like, yeah, fine. Like, bring your cousin. I don't give a fuck. But I know, like, it's a thing. Like, bro, these are my friends.
Right.
And I'm telling them, like, yo, I'm bringing is it cool if I bring my cousin?
Right.
Because if it's not, then I understand.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes
And
even if the
they'll
cousin's a
even
guy, like,
throw the disclaimer out, like,
Right.
yo, don't bring anybody.
yeah.
Right? So in my mind, that's just the way, like, I always constantly think, like, just for the way I was raised, you don't just pull up with somebody, no matter what they are to you. You do not just pull up with them.
Right.
Shit, I'm not bringing my mama. If they didn't say
But
my
I also
mama
feel
can
like
come,
it's up to the
Right.
person doing the inviting. Like you should be like no plus ones, or
Right.
like if you need to
And
bring
it
someone,
don't-
let me know.
Right.
Like
So-
that's,
and it
you
don't
gotta,
matter-
That you gotta say that.
It don't matter,
Then it's all
like,
bets
even
off.
if you're with that person, no, nigga, I'm inviting you. If you want to come, you drop that nigga off at the crib.
And then
or
you go.
whatever, and then you pull up. You don't just,
That
I
happens.
don't care
Yeah.
if you're already out with the person.
that happens.
Yeah.
And that's why my thing is, like, I feel like, though I can see your standpoint, I think it's just maybe just the way I was raised. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that might be
No,
a thing.
yeah, you're right.
And fuck the people that are inviting people, man. Invite the right way. Invite the right way in 2020.
Yes.
Either you
Do
say,
it right.
Either
Right.
you say you got a plus one, or don't bring no one at
Right.
all.
And just make it clear, like, if I'm extending the invite, make it clear I'm only sending this to you, or it's okay for you to come
you
with
to come with
somebody
someone.
else.
But there are
like,
some couples I know, like I be forgetting they're dating or like they're even together because they're like always together. So it doesn't feel like it's her boyfriend. It just feels like an
He's just
addition to
part of
our
the group,
family.
right.
He's like part of the group. But sometimes the situation isn't like that.
Smirky.
You right? That's what I
murky.
hate.
'Cause
But
when
I
you
know
break
like a
up,
couple.
now it's like, oh, you're not with
then it's like,
so-and-so anymore.
you're not
Right.
with them. Like, can they come?
Yeah.
Like, I know
do
I've
you
been in
still,
situations
that's
like
another
that.
question. Do you
like,
still invite that
still-
person?
Hell no.
If they did them
If you're a
dirty,
real girl,
hell no.
No,
Okay,
even
no,
if they didn't do them dirty.
Even if it was just a regular
Chill.
breakup, like they just
Okay,
had to part
stop.
ways, do you still invite that person?
I'm trying to
Even
think
if he was with the group, say they were together for 2-3 years. Every group function, he was there, even though he wasn't directly in like your friend group, but it was almost like he was because he was always with Shorty. Now, then that's like your friend too.
Okay.
So now they break up. You're inviting Shorty. Are you still inviting him?
Oh my God. Well, now I'm gonna say no.
Bro.
But I feel like there are situations where not everybody respects it. Like I've been in situations when I was like,
in the vicinity of an ex.
yeah, and I'm like,
And your
you
girls
knew I was
invited your
here.
ex?
You knew I was here. Why would
Wait,
you
wait,
do that?
you-
No,
the-
it was like
the-
a general population, but like
No,
the
I'm
person.
talking about your
Oh,
friend.
me personally,
your
I'm
friend
not doing that.
Your friend became friends with your man. Now you broke up with your man.
And now they're friends.
And now they're friends.
Hell no.
And they're like, hey, we're throwing an event. Jamal, come on. And you're sitting there at the party and Jamal's
Jamal's
there.
sitting
no,
there.
fuck Jamal.
Now Jamal's friends with you guys.
So fuck Jamal and fuck the bitch that invited Jamal.
Exactly.
So no.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
And that's why, like, for me, like, I have friendships, my relationship, I'm like, I have
But you
friendships
guys
and
have also
everything.
been together for like 55 years.
But
So
in
you
fif-
guys are like one.
But in 55 years, there's just certain things that I'm
No,
not.
but yeah, there's certain things it's like,
Like,
And
it
then I
just-
have friends who
But
like
see-
never bring their man around.
Yeah.
Ever.
See? And
And they're like, we live together, we're always together. Why do I have to do
and
that?
there's that friend. There's that friend
Yeah.
that also. And I think another thing too is teetering the line of having the person understand, like, yo, it's not you. It's just a matter
It's
of
the
like,
the situation.
it's just how it is.
Right.
Because some people might start thinking like, oh, you just don't want me around. It's like it's not that. It's like
even with my
Setting.
sister, like I still ask, like if my friends are throwing stuff, I'm like, oh, is it cool if T comes? And they're like, why would you ask? That's your sister. That's
Yeah,
mad weird.
what's
But I'm
crazy?
like, I just do it because like
I never, for the times I've seen you, I probably seen you with your sister, who's your twin, probably like 2 or 3 times.
I'm the tapped one. I'm always out, and she's more of like a homebody. Like
Yeah.
But
So
that's the
it's-
reason. It's not like because T's not invited places.
yeah, like she
Yeah,
just
she
doesn't
just
want to
doesn't
go.
want to go.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
so for me, like I will still extend it. Like I'll still ask that person, like, oh, is it cool if T comes? And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like why would it?
But you ask.
But I still
you see,
ask.
That's a yearly.
Yeah.
But
Right.
at the end of the day, it was Gid's in the building. Gid just pulled up. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I hope your friend is okay and everything like that. We dive deep into that question.
I don't know. I'm 4+1s when it's like the right setting, time, place. Like
I'm
if
all
I
for
was
that.
having a birthday dinner and like I was bringing my man and it was like I don't have one. By
Oh
the way.
shit!
If I'm bringing my man and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm having a dinner. I want you to bring Yaya. I want you to bring your +1. Invisible man, you bring your girl too.
So cousin,
That's how I'm
Your
thinking.
cousin, so your cousin's having a birthday dinner, right?
Okay.
And he invites you.
Does he know my man?
Yeah, he knows
Okay.
your man. He knows your man.
Okay.
Like, you and your man are cool.
Yeah.
But your cousin invites you to the birthday dinner, right? Never invites your significant other.
I would ask him
You'd ask him about that.
if this is like a relationship thing.
But you
Because
wouldn't-
I also don't want to be the odd one
But
out.
would you pull up with your man unannounced?
Unannounced? No, I'm not doing that. Because you don't know what kind of restaurant it is. What if they made a reservation?
Right.
And there was a certain
And
amount of
that's my
people.
thing. That's my thing.
There's so
like,
many things. You
I
can't
don't
just
know
do
who
that.
you're inviting, and I don't want to pull up and be like, "Yo, there's not enough tables."
See,
there's
you
not
see
enough
it so
seats."
often, especially with COVID.
And everyone's looking at you like,
Why did you bring
Why did
her?
you-
Right.
I didn't know exactly.
But it's like I know you have, but it's like I know they have a great relationship, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go by what old
What I
boy
was
me.
told. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm strict.
You
on
go
that.
by the invite, period.
Yeah, I
like
go
at
by
a
the
wedding,
invite.
you wouldn't disrespect the wedding
No,
invite.
no.
So why would you
No,
disrespect this?
and that's what I'm saying. Now I'm strict.
Yeah.
And I think
Damn.
that, again,
I was really rooting for her.
no, it's not that. I don't think there's anyone right or wrong. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of different
Yeah, right. But I
perspectives.
understand. Like there are times where it's like you guys live together, you guys have the same friends, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like if you get the invite, I'm getting the invite too, or I'm gonna just pull up. Pick your
And that's my
poison.
thing.
Right.
That's my thing.
But going back to Doodoo, but why did he just send a group chat to both you and Yaya?
He should have sent it to the hood, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
like that
You
is
know what I mean?
because then
Like,
it
why
looks
would
like you
Why
don't.
would you send a couple individual invites?
Cause that looked like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going, and it's like, yo, you figure it out.
Right.
Right.
And then what if you should
And I
just
look
showed
crazy.
up and you were like,
So
Damn.
that's like some of yeah.
that's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I'm
But
having
let us
half
know.
on
Let us know what you
+1s.
think about +1s. Should they be announced? Should they not be announced?
I'm just letting you. In my
inviting?
invites, I literally will say no
No
+1s, and he knows that.
That's lovely.
That's
no
period.
+1s
No
is like
+1s.
that should be like the standard.
And then there are some people who are in a relationship. They'll hit me on the side and be like, "Oh, like you've known her for 10 years. Is it cool if she comes?" I said, "Yes."
yeah, that's
Thank
yeah,
you.
That's fair.
Or like, "Oh, this girl that I met last week at this party, I hooked up with her that one time. Is it cool if she comes?" What's her vibe?
I don't even,
like?
even
Like,
know
it's
the
like
girl I'm
half
talking
and
to right
half.
now. Like you don't know her still. Like,
Yeah, I'm like
+1s for what? For weddings or something?
anything.
No, anything. I'm having a house party. Hey, you're invited.
But it also
Can I
is like,
bring
it's like a
someone?
big
No.
house party. Like, is it friends miss or is it like I'm just throwing this party to throw
Throwing
this
a party. Even if I'm throwing a party, I don't want you to bring a +1.
Yeah, I say.
If
no
I tell
plus-
you don't bring a +1, I don't care who it is.
or
Unless
I'll hit
I-
them on the
Unless we
side.
need bitches.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll hit you on the side, but it's okay if you bring your.
That's
best friend.
different.
It's okay if you.
But
But I try to make my parties equal. You know, like enough and.
thank you for listening to part 1 of Then Therefore the podcast, episode 6, season 5. We really enjoyed doing this episode. I hope that shows. All feedback, comments, anything, whether it be good, bad, under the sun, anything on God, green earth that y'all got to say about this motherfucking podcast. y'all can leave in the comment section. Shout out to the haters. Shout out to the lovers. Part 2, be on the lookout. And as always, stay tapped in.